as an entrepreneur, starting your nonprofit?
It's time consuming. So when you have a family, like I said, I have that isn't my livelihood at this point. You know, like I said, I do home improvement, property industry. That's what I do, home improvement.
So now you got 2 jobs.
Exactly. So, but you gotta have a 9 to 5 to finance your 5 to 9. And you got a family, so you gotta put bread on the table. So it's time consuming, and it's like you have to be able to make time. This is something that I've learned up close and personal. See, my parents weren't married, my grandparents weren't married, so I didn't have an example of what to follow. But what I've learned very fast, like it'd be 2 years from me married in March.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah. You have to make time for your family.
Yes.
You have to make time for your wife. You have to make time for your kids. The same way you make time to go to the gym, the same way you make time to go to your job, the same way you make time to do anything else that you want or need to do, you have to have specific slots and times for your family. So today, Saturday, this is the day I spend with my wife.
Right, exactly.
Period. Saturday, it's either on a Saturday or a Sunday, you get all of my undivided attention. That's right. We're gonna go for a walk, we're gonna go bike ride, we're gonna go do something, we're gonna catch a flick, we're gonna do something where we're together for the duration of the day. Nothing can take me away from that, and that's just our time. Right. So if I had to say what is the biggest sacrifice, and that's any time you're talking about business, when you got a family, it's time. That's your sacrifice.
And even just touching on that, like a family man, his road to, I guess, to the summit, to success, it'll be a little slower than somebody maybe single, just because we have to really map out our time.
And then, see, I don't even see. This is the thing though. I don't know if the slow thing is necessarily true, just for the simple fact that it's so urgent when you got a family.
It's true.
You know, when you know that your wife is dependent on you to deliver, and you know that your kids is dependent on you to deliver. Everything is urgent.
Yeah. I didn't have the sense of urgency that I have now.
Exactly.
Then.
So that's true. I debated with guys I do all the time, like, dude, I got stuff to do.
Right.
I don't really got time to wait on you. I gotta go because I got stuff that's waiting on me right this second.
Somebody always need our time.
Period. That's right. So I don't got time to wait. I don't got time to club. I don't got time to hang out. I don't got time really to do the things that y'all doing because it's idle, wasted time.
Exactly.
I don't really have time for that. I gotta go.
That's right.
I got stuff to do.
What are some of the roadblocks maybe that you come across, you know, being a founder of a nonprofit?
The biggest roadblock when it comes to starting business is finding like-minded people that are just as committed to your goal as you are.
I agree.
That's the biggest roadblock. If you could duplicate yourself times 5 today, you probably will be where you want to be 10 years from now in 2 years.
In 2 years, easy.
But that's the problem. You can't find people. I'm saying you can't. You will.
Right.
But coming from where you come from and coming from the place you come from, without going into details, it's a certain element there, it's a certain type of person that's there, and it's like, this person really can't help me.
Yeah, exactly.
I love this person, I grew up with this person, it's been my mellow from way back. But he or she can't help me right now.
And that's part of loving yourself, is knowing how to, you know, delegate that.
And that's another roadblock, is developing as a man and as a husband. Priorities.
Yes.
My loyalty, my top priority is my wife and my kids. That's right. And you got to keep that in perspective at all times. So anything that's taking you away from that, anything that's making you lesser of a husband, lesser of a man, lesser of a father, you got to get away from that. So I made the decision to stop drinking going into this year. Okay. So the first 6 months I didn't touch any liquor. And touching on it. And people around me couldn't understand. It was like, what's going on? Why you ain't?
Yeah, you ain't hanging.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with drinking.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing right with it either.
Exactly.
And I ain't saying
it's beneficial.
Exactly. Right. Tell me what liquor has done for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's like, those that understand, they meant to understand, but the ones that don't, they don't.
Exactly.
And it's not me saying that. See, people will take you saying that you're not doing something and you know it's something that they do, they'll take that as an attack.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not attacking you. If you want to go have a fifth a day, that's go ahead. I'm not saying you're a bad person, but that doesn't work for me and what I'm trying to get done.
Exactly.
So let me be great.
Yeah, let me be great. That's the way to end it right there. Now, What are some of your proudest moments, or just your proudest moment, you know, with D.A.D.D.Y?
My proudest moment was the Father's Day event.
Okay.
Like I said, that started as an idea. That was an idea that we had on paper. We talked about it, and just it's so much positivity and so much positive charge to go from development stages of writing down an idea. First of all, thinking an idea, because everything starts here. You build things with your mind first. So when you go from thinking it to writing it on paper, to actually taking the steps to going, and then having the anxiety before the event, like, damn, is it gonna turn out? Is we gonna have enough people there? But you understanding that you need to keep all negative thoughts out your mind, so you constantly checking yourself, but it's there. And then you look up, and the event is a blowout. We had over 150, 200 people at the event, and it was about 50 people that I could think of that I was expecting to be there that wasn't.
Right. Yeah.
But it was on Father's Day, so I wasn't mad.
True. Yeah.
But it was like, wow.
But now when people can look forward to it, like the next Father's Day.
And we're going to blow it up and make it even bigger next year. We're going to continue to do that every single year.
Exactly.
Because it needs to be done. Fathers need to be celebrated. And we need to make this thing trending. In our generation, it is trending because so many of us had our fathers not be around at all or at critical moments or things like that where it made us want to be better parents. Like my father, that's my man, you know. That's one of my closest people, but growing up, it was topsy-turvy just because of what he was into.
Right, okay.
So it was times where I needed him in the house. I never lived with my father as a kid. So you need your father in that house with you, man. When you swaying over, you need him to be out. Get your shit together. I'm sorry, get your stuff together. So, yeah. So it made me want to be the kind of father where I'm with my kids every day.
Right.
And I thought you was going to ask me what are my proudest moments, because I was going to tell you my proudest moment is when I wake up every morning and my son is trying to talk, making his little noises. My wife is laying there breastfeeding him. And my daughter is climbing up on the bed. Those are my proudest moments, because it's like,
you can't beat it, man.
I want to do this forever.
I woke up, my daughter, she was looking at me. As soon as I opened my eyes, she was like, she just smiled at me. Like, yeah, that's what we do it for.
That's love you won't get in the world.
Man, you won't get it. You won't come close. So, in one word, describe your life as a mentor or entrepreneur.
One word to describe myself as an entrepreneur.
Or your life. No, it's tough.
Struggle.
Alright.
Struggle.
Yeah. Now that's transparent. That's real.
Struggle. I got struggles every day like everybody else do. I've been through things, I've seen things, I've been around things that have affected me forever. Have changed me forever. I've lost friends, I've lost loved ones, I've been around the street, I know what to do to people, I've seen it consume people, I've seen it destroy people. I've seen a lot of bad talent get lost because of bad environments. I've seen a lot of people let their environments and the circumstances consume them instead of them consuming their environments and circumstances. I've seen dudes we grew up with that I just knew were going to be something in life that aren't here no more.
It's discouraging to see that.
It's discouraging, but at the same time, it gets you to a point where it's like, dude, look, I got to do something. You know, it's got to be something. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know. And I'm still at that point right now, like I said. D.A.D.D.Y is still an idea phase. You know what I mean? Like, we put it out there, and I'm just looking to see what catch. Like, all about energy. So I'm going to continue to go everywhere I can go. Have these same conversations in these same environments, and we're going to see what sticks. I'm going to continue to put out the energy. If you ask me in one word, what is D.A.D.D.Y, I cannot tell you.
Right, yeah. Because not to cut you off, but even what I'm doing, like these are experiments, and we working through them. Truth be told, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna keep doing it until I figure it out.
You wanna know why? Because it feel right.
Exactly.
And life is a feeling process. You gotta kind of put your mind to the side sometimes and just go with what you feel. Vibes and saved my life.
Man,
knowing when the vibe was off and knowing when something was about to happen and knowing we all had that experience.
Like deja vu sometimes. It's like, nah.
All of us that had the experience where you done been in a party, or you done been on a block somewhere, you done been somewhere, you done been like,
I'm out.
You don't know why you saying you out. You don't know what you want to see a girl. Something's happening. Really, I'm out.
That's right.
And then that same exact day you were there, somebody got shot, somebody got killed, somebody got arrested, somebody got jumped, somebody got stabbed, something happened, and you was just right there. That has happened in my life more times than I can count. Because I trust my gut, I trust my vibe, I trust what feel right and what. And it's times when you ignored your gut and went against the grain, and you ended up in a situation that you could have avoided and that you really was pissed about. Because it was like, I knew I shouldn't have been there. So it's about feeling, it's about going with what vibe right and what feel right, and seeing what happened. So that's where I'm at right now.
Now, can you give 3 pieces of advice to somebody looking to kind of follow in your footsteps?
Be humble, pray daily, and do everything from the heart. Make moves from the heart. Me, I'm a very calculated person. I calculate everything in my mind. I'm just like that. But I had this conversation with a friend. He like, man, everything you just calculate with everything. Does that make me a bad person? No, I'm a chess player, dude. I'm gonna put a piece here. I'm gonna put a piece there. That piece may not serve no benefit till 10 years from now, but it's there. So when that open up, I can attack. That right there open up, I can defend. It's just my mindset. But everything that I do, whether I'm with my family or I'm helping somebody or I'm doing a charitable event, whatever I'm doing, it's coming from the heart and it's genuine. At the end of the day, I don't do nothing with anticipation on necessarily getting a monetary reward or getting some type of reward from you. You know how much stuff I done gave people and stuff I done did to people and I didn't get nothing in return and I'm not even mad about it. I just want your respect. I want your love and I want you, if you can reciprocate and help further our cause at some point, then do that. At the end of the day, it's not, I'm gonna do this for you, so it's not agreed upon, like, okay, I'm gonna give you this, you give me that. No, it's, I'm putting out my blessings and I'm praying that my blessings come back to me. That's right. I'm reaping what I'm sowing. So if I'm giving, I'm gonna receive at some point. So it may not be to the person I gave to, but it's about putting your blessings out there and doing things from the heart, knowing that if you do good, good will return to you. If you do bad, bad will return to you. I don't want nothing bad coming my way. That's right. So I try my best not to put nothing bad out there.
That's right. I like that, man. Kind of just getting there to wrapping it up, but where do you see D.A.D.D.Y in the next 5 to 10 years?
In the next 5 to 10 years, I see D.A.D.D.Y as being the glue. All of the organizations out there, the people that are trying to scratch the surface, the people that have already scratched the surface, but we haven't been able to come together, I see D.A.D.D.Y as being the glue. Because me, I'm a chameleon. I can go anywhere. I can go in the street, blend in. I can go in the corporate room and blend. I can go to college. I can go anywhere and blend in. One thing that my father and my mother instilled in me was being able to adapt to environments. Don't be one way. So I can go anywhere. So what I'm hoping, and I'm open-minded. I see D.A.D.D.Y as being the glue that kind of brings all of the genuine, positive-minded people into the same place, and us shaking this whole thing up. I don't see D.A.D.D.Y as being the biggest one thing out here, but I see us being being an organization that make a difference by helping other people make a difference.
And that's even like, just to touch on that, like that's how I see myself as the glue sometimes between you know, black business owners or entrepreneurs and their customers, and not only that, but the glue between black business owners and other black business owners, because we all need each other at some point and in some way, shape, form, and fashion. Wrapping it up, man, if you were conducting this interview, is there a question that you would ask that maybe I haven't, you know, so far, and is there anything that you'd like to add?
Nah, man, you did a great job. Somebody saying you don't know what you're doing. You know,
we getting there, you know.
I like interviews. Like I said, this is what got me to this point where I'm leaning more towards doing motivational speaking as a profession, because I got a lot to say. Because I feel a lot, and I gotta get it out.
You gotta get it. That's the key. Get it out.
And I got a lot of stuff that I can say that might flick a light bulb in somebody's head. I'm good, you know. Man, I just like I said, I just want to leave this place in better condition than it was when I came. But not for me, for my kids and my grandkids. I'm already thinking about my grandkids. My oldest son is only 4.
It's about our last name.
Yeah, I'm hustling for my last name. I'm hustling for that. That's what motivates me. That's what keeps me going. Like the thought of the Bragg's name my name Carl Braggs, last name Braggs, being relevant 60 years from now. Exactly. It excites me in a way that no woman could, no money can, no car, no jewelry, nothing can excite me as much as the thought of me being 70, 80 years old with my kids, my grandkids, my great-grandkids all surround me, and whoever other people's lives I touch, and being able to die at home in peace, where everything I done laid it out there. So my family, my kids not gonna mourn when I die, they gonna celebrate. Cause now Pops left us something that's gonna stand the test of time, and we can keep moving with this thing. Pops can have us all the information, all the game, all the training, everything we need to take this thing 2 steps in the same direction. And then when it's their turn, they can die in that same peace. That's what it's about. Because we don't die, man. We live forever through what we leave behind. I understand that, and that's what my motivation is, leaving something behind.
You know, just kudos to you, man. You a grounded brother. Love what you're doing, and like I said, if there's anything I can do to help in the future, speaking, I definitely want to be at the next Father's Day event, getting that on film. I just, and you know, you and me both know that it's very important to see men that look like us in a positive image, and that's why we're doing what we're doing to help, you know, kind of perpetuate that culture. Absolutely. So I appreciate you, man. It's been a pleasure.
My man.
I'll see you down the road at the top, baby. Yes, sir.